Hello everyone, Black Unicorn here. Okay, so today I'll be talking about DXY, the trade I took today, and the previous, the analysis I made on the dollar, euro, and GBP, USD, but I'll be touching more on the dollar and euro. So right here, if you watch the previous video where I did a breakdown of the dollar, I talked about how I wanted to see the dollar rally high, at least for the first week of this new month of September. So short term, I was aiming for bullish move. I wanted to see the market open, take out range low, then rally higher into some equal highs, daily volume imbalance, and this high. So if you watch the previous video, I think you should get more context on what I'm about to talk about. So the week opened, that was yesterday, Monday 1st of September 2025, and just as I anticipated, I wanted to see price continue its move lower into the range low I highlighted, which was around somewhere here. I think I forgot to mark it out. The range low was around here. So I wanted to see price continue the move downwards and take out the range low. So the moment the range low was taken out, or the moment the range low is taken out, I was gonna wait for a bullish change in state of delivery, because I was seeing these equal highs here, which was too clean. Price needs to come rally into this high and take it out. And also this green shaded area was a daily volume imbalance. I wanted to see a daily candle body close above it, or close around it, or close on it. I wanted to see that. I didn't want to see it open. I wanted to see a daily candle closing within this daily volume imbalance. So coming into this week, my targets was to trade higher, to see the dollar run higher after taking the range low. If that range low wasn't taken, I wasn't gonna do anything. So I needed that range low to be taken, and I was gonna wait for a bullish change in state of delivery for me to be sure that okay, we are ready to run high. So coming to the week on a Monday, 1st of September, price dazzle around this, came low and took out the range low. When it took out the range low, it traded higher. Now it traded higher. The moment this candle closed, this was just a week and all that. The moment this candle closed above this down close candle, which is 1 hour order block. The moment this candle closed, I got a change instead of delivery. This let me know that okay, price is ready to run higher. This was a change instead of delivery I wanted to see. A close above this down close candle confirmed a bullish state change instead of delivery. So the moment I saw this close of the candle, I became bullish. This was confirmation I needed to start hunting for higher prices. I became bullish. Now, this change instead of delivery not only closed above this close candle, but there was also a fair value gap that was created. Price created this fair value gap. So I was interested in longs. I wanted to see price then trade into this fair value gap, then displace higher. So this was what I was looking at in price while I was engaging in, or while I was talking DXY longs. This was exactly what I was looking for. I was waiting for all these criteria to be set and to be aligned. And don't forget, it has to come, or it has to happen in the right Q zone. That's happening in the right Q zone is either London session or New York session. If it happened outside this Q zone, I won't be interested in engaging in price. So it has to happen in the right Q zone. And this happened during New York session on a Monday. On a Monday, there was no news. There was no news at all. On a Monday, no news on the dollar. I think it was a bank holiday for Euro, something like that. I can't remember, but there was no news. So I was being careful. I was being careful also because I was actually anticipating some sort of consolidation in price during that Monday, especially as it was a newsless day. I was anticipating some sort of consolidation, but this happened. And seeing this, I was interested in going long, taking long or seeing DXY rally higher. So the moment this order block was formed on the 1 hour, we traded above the unclosed candle, which becomes this bullish order block, close this fair value gap. I wanted to see price trade back into this fair value gap. Possibly, if it could trade back to this order block, fine. But I was very much interested in just this price trading into this fair value gap, and if it does that, I wanted to see an aggressive displacement in price higher, probably trading high, and maybe taking out this clean equal highs, reaching for this volume imbalance, daily volume imbalance, and probably this. This was my target. This was my first target coming into this week. So if price was going to run higher, this was where I was looking at for price to run to. If I will start maybe getting more information on what price want to do, this was my first target. It was said on the video. If you should go back to the video, you'll hear me talk about this. So, well, moving forward, the move didn't happen on a Monday. Yeah, price tapped into this on a Monday, and there was a little bit of displacement, but price dazzled around a little bit and entered into Tuesday and came lower. So the buy didn't happen on a Monday. It happened on a Tuesday, which was yesterday, second of September. So this was Tuesday's price action. So when price tapped into this fair value gap, it traded higher, displays higher, and then there was a little bit of back and forth in price, and it came back down into Tuesday, 2nd of September, which I was fine with that. If you check this This candle, this swing low, also tapped into this bullish order block. Already I was long from here. Stop loss was below here. So it tapped into this order block, and during London session there was during maybe early Asian session there was a little bit of displacement higher into London session. Now, if you missed the trade on a Monday, this was during Asia, so maybe people might be asleep. I might not take this. I wouldn't even take this if I was awake. One position was enough for me. So let's say you missed this entry on a Monday and you're trying to engage price on a Tuesday during London session. Price rally higher. This candle was the beginning of London Open. So you would have gotten, or you could get a buy from here. Why? If you look the left side of this chart, that is this, from this open to this, we have a fair value gap that price traded through and closed above it. Price traded through this fair value gap here and closed above it. So if we should extend this fair value gap, it was aligning with this perfectly with these lows of this candle. So London opened and tapped into this fair value gap, which now becomes an inversion fair value gap. Meaning as price traded above this fair value gap, it became an inversion fair value gap. We won't want to see price trade below and trade and close below it anymore. If price should trade into it, we want to see it reject price back. We want to see it hold price. We want to see it act as a support. That is where support and resistance can really come in play. So if price should trade back into this inversion fair value gap, we want to see this inversion fair value gap acting as a support, rejecting price and shooting it higher. It's okay for price to trade into it. It's okay for price to trade deep into it. Probably the 50% of it is okay. But we don't want to see price trade through it and close below it. If that should happen, price is likely to trade lower and take out the low. So we're anticipating that this our inversion fair value gap is gonna hold price, because the moment also we closed above it, it was screaming bullishness. So if you had 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 test running of this PDRA, you would trust in it and you will know that okay, it works, it could hold price so long your context is clear, so long you're aligned with the order flow, it shouldn't fail. So remember, I was bullish. The range has been taken. We have changed state of delivery. We tapped into this fair value gap, displayed higher, came back low, tapped into this order block, displayed higher, closed above this fair value gap, which now become our inversion fair value gap. Now during London open, price tapped one more time into this inversion fair value gap. Now if you were positioning yourself during London open, you would have gotten an entry here. And the moment price tapped into it, we saw a massive run in price to the upside. Price ran high to take out this clean highs, fill this volume imbalance, and it also take out this. There was really an aggressive move in price during London session. Yeah, I just screenshot this part. Probably I'll go into the chart and we'll see what price did, but price displays really higher deep. So it was an aggressive move, a beautiful run, just as anticipated, although I didn't expect price to run this high today. I didn't expect price to run this deep. Was price ran this deep? I didn't expect. Like I was just targeting here, this volume imbalance, and here, but price did something gracious and went real high, which was a beautiful run. So that was it for the XY. The price action was clean. Everything was in place as anticipated. Everything played out fine. Now let's go to the euro and see how it played out. And I took a trade on the euro, also selling. Okay, now this is the euro, and euro was doing the opposite of what the dollar was doing. So just like I explained on the previous video, there was a range high already that had been formed from last week, and this was marked out last week, and this too was my range low. So for me to want to trade lower, I wanted to see this range high tapped into. I wanted to see this range high taken. So if this range high is taken, then I was going to look for a displacement lower to show me a change in state of delivery, letting me know that okay, now we are ready to trade lower. We're ready to come down. Market structure has been changed, or there's a shift in market structure back to bearishness. So if I didn't see something like that, I wasn't gonna engage. So price took out this range high, rallied, traded a little bit low, then went more high. While the dollar was taking out the extreme range low, Euro USD failed to take out an old high that is at the extreme left of this chart. So there was an SMT between Euro USD and the dollar. There was an SMT. So I was waiting patiently, and then we had this displaced move. After the failure to take out the old high, we have the displaced move lower, and we closed below this candle. But the moment we closed below this candle, this was the changing state of delivery back to bearishness I was waiting for. I worked with this candle. I was working with this candle. I used this candle as my bearish order block. So I highlighted it out, and then I was going to wait for price to come tap into it one more time. Although if we should move to the 15-minute time frame, there was a more clearer setup there. But since this is a screenshot, I'm just going to stick to the 1 hour time frame. So I extended it out, and I wanted to see price rally back into this bearish order block, and then I was going to take a shot. And when price rallied into this other block, that was on a Monday. On a Monday, price rallied into this other block. I sold, and price just dazzled a little bit. Very, very slow. It was a slow Monday. On a Tuesday, that was yesterday, price went back again to. On a Tuesday, yeah, this was still on a Monday, yes. So on a Tuesday, price traded again. So yeah, on the 15-minute time frame, it was clearer. There was a Asian high was taken. Price traded lower. There was a liquidity pull here, which was in line with a fair value gap on the 15-minute time frame. Very clear on the 15-minute time frame, which was in line with this liquidity pool plus this order block. So if you're going to take a trade also for London session during Tuesday, you could take a trade from here, maybe waiting for price to come back into this liquidity and tap into this fair value gap, then you can sell. So since I already sold here, I wasn't interested in taking any other trade, adding any other entry to my position. So I already got in on a sell from here, price tapping into this order block, and this was gonna be like a second entry, which I didn't. And if you look closely, price only tap. Price was like 1 pip short of taking out this liquidity above here and tapping into this fair value gap. 1 pip short, and then it sold aggressively into the range low. So my target was price should take out range high, then tap into range low, and that happened perfectly. The run was a little bit slow compared to GU. GU was extreme. GU was fast, but I also took a shot on GU, and I got pinched a little bit. My stop loss was hit yesterday. My stop loss was tight, and it was hit yesterday. And this morning I saw a huge displacement lower, which was a beautiful run. Well, my bias was still accurate, and this is like part of the thing that happened in trading. So you might not win it all the time, even while you're right. Market can still do what it's gonna do, and you should understand that it happens. You just need to know that okay, you have to manage your risks and risks appropriately, and also when to cut your loss or your losses when price is going against you. So this trade was a beauty. It's just a quick one. It's just too clean. I don't know. It's just too clean. It's just too clean. Price failing to take out old high, change state of delivery, tap back into this bearish order block, displace lower, taking out this range low. This is enough. Yeah, price gave more. Price traded really down again, but this is enough. There's always going to be this kind of setup every week, probably once or twice in a week. Once or twice in a week, there's always going to be this kind of setup. This is more than enough. So I actually bagged in some nice profit here, and I closed the trade probably halfway. I didn't even do 3R. Well, it was like 2 point something R, and price took out the overall liquidity that I anticipated for price to take out. Oh god. Okay, let's see. So this is the charts currently on EU. Let's check GU what happened, because like I said, I took a trade on GU. Let's see. Choose this one. Yeah, perfect. So this is GU. I took this shot on GU. The analysis can also be found in the video I made talking about what I wanted to see price do. Range high was created as well. I actually was targeting just this range, from range high to range low. So price took out this range high on a Monday. This was around London Open. Took out this high again. So I was waiting patiently to get an entry. Since this high was taken, I wanted to see a market structure shift to the downside. So let's go to the 15-minute time frame, because I think that was where I took this trade from, the 15 minutes. So yeah, perfect. So I was looking at price from the 15 minutes. So the moment this high was taken, and we're in London session open, I saw price did this, traded below this candle, and also created a fair value gap. So this was like part of my model. Like we have a market structure shift closing above this, or was like a change in state of delivery to bearishness. So the moment I saw this, I highlighted my this fair value gap outside to the right, and I wanted to see price trade into this fair value gap and probably get a displacement lower, while my stop loss was around the swing high. I was like, how many pips? Yeah, okay, 18 pips stop loss, and I was like targeting almost 78 pips. So that was like 1 to 4.3. So that been a really beautiful trade. So price traded back into this fair value gap, and I went short. As we all knew, it was on a Monday, newsless day. We got this consolidation, and price during New York session traded higher and took me out. And the moment it took me out, I was done with this trade. I wasn't gonna force it. I wasn't gonna try to do anything. My EU short as at then was probably running well, so I wasn't gonna force entry anymore. In as much as I was like, yeah, I think this was gonna go down, but no, I didn't see anything here. I didn't see any reason to get in on this trade or get in on the shorts anymore. The price kept on consolidating all through till Tuesday, and during Tuesday we got this also price traded, and during London Open price traded into this fair value gap, and then we got this massive displacement lower. I didn't engage this. I wasn't even looking as at that time. I wasn't even looking at price. So price displaced lower. It was a very beautiful run. It was quick. It was fast, and I was impressed when I saw the run. But it ran without me. I was on a short on EU, so I was okay with that. So let's see the DXY now. Let's see what we'll have there. So currently this is where you can see the run I was talking about. It ran through this equal highs, volume imbalance, ran through it and went even deeper. If we should go to the 4 hour, there's a fair value gap here, an imbalance. So it tapped into this imbalance. So it was a nice run. Let me see what the daily, I was saying something about I wanted to see price close a daily body candle above this, and this is it. This was what I was talking about, for this volume imbalance to completely filled. For me to be okay, satisfied that okay, fine, this volume imbalance is finally filled. I wanted to see price traded through it on the daily, and a daily candle should close within it. I didn't want all those wicks. I didn't want those wicks. I wanted this body close. I wanted to see this body close. So currently, this volume imbalance is done. It is fully filled, and I'm satisfied. But there's one thing: if I'm looking at price, if I want to go further to analyze it, this volume imbalance is likely, since price closed above it right now. Let me take this out. Since price closed above that volume imbalance, it's likely to serve right now as a resistance, as a support. Sorry, no, it's likely to serve as a support. I mean, it's likely to hold price, push price higher. So this is one thing I'll be looking out for. So this is the daily candle closing above this volume imbalance. So I'll be looking at price to trade down to this volume imbalance one more time. And if price should trade down to this volume imbalance one more time, there are possibilities that this is going to serve as a support and push price higher. If that should happen, then this, if it should push price higher, that is, if price fails to break through it, it serves as a support. If it should push price higher, this is where we'll be targeting. So something like this, like this. So if price should come down into this volume imbalance and does not break through it, I should be expecting something like this. Tap into it, come take out this Tuesday high, and maybe we could still get a higher price. Remember, this September month, why I'm bearish on the monthly, I'm anticipating a play of open high, low close. So I'm not surprised for the higher run in price. The market open, the month open here. So okay to see price run high. So I've gotten my open here. So I want to see something like open high, maybe creating the high of the week, high of the month before trading lower, low, then probably close. So I am still open to higher prices on the dollar, especially as we close above this volume imbalance. So I'll be watching closely to see how price is going to hold, or how this volume imbalance is going to hold price, and to see if it's going to shoot it higher. So if it comes down here, I'll be looking closely to see if I'll get a reaction. If there's a bullish reaction, then probably price should take out some sort of liquidity or range low. And why is this thing lagging? And if you should want to see this swing low, I could use this swing low as a range low, although it's not fully in line. It is outside the volume imbalance, but wow, I'll still be watching. So I could extend this as this range low. Anything I'm doing, if I'm buying, it's always short term. It's always short term. If I'm buying, it's always short term. So I don't want to overstay my welcome. So it's always going to be something like in and out. So if this would play, this volume balance should hold. Something like this should happen. Price trade low, take out this range low. Then I want to see something like this. Hold on. I want to see something like this. Let me take this back down. Yeah. So I want to see something play like this. Price come, take out this range low, trade above this range low, shifting in structure to bullishness, then come back down. Then I want to see it go high. Or if it trades and breaks below this, especially on the daily, like that, I'm gonna trade every daily candle one at a time. So whatever the information the daily candle gives to me, that is what I'm going to trade. So if it trades and close up below this on daily, I'm switching back to full bearishness. So my eyes is going to be on this volume imbalance. So for now, that is all I have for you guys. If you're watching, well, I'm just doing this for myself and it's fun. So anyways, I hope you find this insightful. You can leave a comment if you have any. If you have any question, you can drop your question. If you have any criticism, you can drop your critics and all that. I'm open to it all. So till this plays out, I'll see you guys some other time. To have a lovely rest, and I wish you all a profitable month for this September. Be safe.